everyone. This looks so silly. Welcome to Little Women matinee day. First matinee, the only matinee that's not our closing day. I'm getting ready for the show, and I already vlogged getting ready for the show for dress rehearsal. And that might be on my TikTok. I don't know. I'm not sure. One thing about me is I will make a video and I will never edit it. But we're gonna do my Meg makeup, and I don't have a lot to say because I already said it all in that TikTok. But I'm playing Meg in a local production of Little Women, and it has been such a dream role. And I'm not just saying this because I'm sending this to probably the cast later after I edit this, but it has been such a dream role. Like, to be a March sister is such a dream. I'm just so happy. If I never do another show again, I will be so happy with this one. I probably will do another show again, but like, because of where I am in life, probably not for a while. And I'm gonna leave it at that. That makes it sound like I hate what I'm doing right now. I don't. But I chose the most complicated hairstyle for Meg because I was like, first of all, it was slightly inspired by the 2017 hairstyle, just in the vaguest possible terms, because I don't have enough hair to recreate what she does there. If I did, I would be doing that. And now I have to do that hairstyle. Well, I've already done it for 2 shows and 2 or 3 dress rehearsals. I think 3 dress rehearsals. And I'm really good at it now, but it's been getting annoying. Oh, it's been a while. Oh, and the rest of my makeup is downstairs. I'm feeling really good today. Yesterday I wasn't feeling as good because I have insomnia, and so I have a hard time sleeping sometimes. But last night I passed out, so I feel great. Matinee shows have weird energy in general, and I remember this from high school, so it might be odd, but I don't care. I love it no matter what we're doing. But yeah, I'm just concealing the acne that won't go away. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I absolutely love this show. Like, it's my first lead in anything that's not like a 1-week theater camp. So it's very exciting for me. And I love Little Women. I've loved it since I saw the 2019 movie. I think my grandma tried to get me to read it when I was little, and I think I was just too young. But yeah, and I love Emma Watson, and my favorite Meg is Willa Fitzgerald from the 2017. And I could just go on. What if my makeup blended? What if? I'll just sing for you. All those days. Luckily, I will say this is not luckily, but it's my first and only, It's my first straight play. And so if I was like, had to sing a solo, and I like singing, but if I was singing solo, I think I would be tweaking out. And you're already gonna see me tweak out in this video. I get to the theater and I start tweaking out because I've just had 6,000 props. Maybe I'll just give my camera to someone who's not setting so many props. Because yesterday, my props were all in the right spot, but one of my sewing needles fell on the ground, and I was like, I think everyone besides me is wearing, no, I don't know if the ensemble is like wearing jazz shoes or like ballet flats or something, and I'm wearing jazz shoes, and so I was like, why didn't you take that thing off the ground so no one pokes their eye out? Their toe? All of my makeup is Maybelline Fit Me, and it was recommended to me by my friend Shayna, who was one of my inspirations for auditioning for this show and just being like, I'm gonna audition for the local show and see how it goes, and obviously it went really well. But Shayna, if you're watching this, I miss you and I love you, and I will send you the video because she's in Philadelphia and I'm in Michigan. A long distance friendship. Yeah, I'm feeling exceptionally good today, and I think it is because I slept so well. Yesterday I was kind of fighting for my life, but it's okay. Who cares? Random things went wrong yesterday, but that's live theater. I love live theater, and I think I've been doing a lot of film things in the past year, and I like it. I've decided so far I like film in the classroom setting where we cannot go overtime, where I'm gonna stop there because this is gonna be like evil, but we don't really go overtime. We are working as a team, and that's the point. But anytime, even if it's my own film project, which I have done, as you may know, I I don't think it agrees with me as much as I wish it would. And so I think I've discovered, like, I much prefer this long rehearsal process and multiple performances of live theater, even if I'm like doing tech stuff for it, like I've sort of done in college, and then like at my church I used to do tech stuff. If you're watching this, Willow, I'm so sorry I haven't come back to the tech crew. It's been really busy. I'm going to jail for that because I did abandon you guys, and I recognize that. I think I just much prefer it, at least at this point in my life, because at least with show days, I can like get in a sleep schedule and like get my routine down, as opposed to like a long shoot day of like someone's film or something, where, and if I don't have a big role, like if I'm not super helping on tech and I'm not acting, I'm fine, but like it just does not agree with my body, I fear. And it's good to recognize that. Whereas theater, I quite like it. I think my typecast, guys, I think my typecast is more hinged older sister, because I realized in the one acting class I took, we did one scene the entire semester, which was not ideal, but it's fine. I was also the not chill, but like practical older sister. This is my box of Meg things. I think my aunt gave it to me. I don't know what I'm looking for though. Where's my brush? Well, here's one brush. 2 brushes. Not the one I need, but that's fine. I also think if I ever do Shakespeare, guys, I'm not like a legit actor. I just auditioned for this, and they put me in for some reason. I want to be, okay, dream role alert, any Disney princess, or also Hero in Much Ado About Nothing, because I saw that show at the Globe in London. It was so good, and I just think like Hero is my typecast. She's like Meg coded, sort of like the sweet older, not older, maybe she's younger, the sweet like cousin sister figure. But she also just gets to have this like mental breakdown at the end of the show, and just sort of like, she gets a happy ending, but it's just sort of this like scorned women mental breakdown that she gets to do. And I think that would be so fun and so cathartic. Where's my mascara? Ah! I'm losing my mind. Okay, I can't find anything I need, so I need to like actually log in. Je l'ai retrouvé. Attends. Sometimes I feel like the makeup is not makeuping as well as it did before, like yesterday. I feel like because we went out to dinner last night with the cast, and I got back and I just went to bed, and then I just woke up, and we don't have any 2-show days, and I cannot remember in high school if I ever had 2-show days, but I'm sure I did in dance, and so it kind of feels like a 2-show day, because all I did was sleep and then wake up and then text the cast, like text my sisters. So you know how it is. I'm just happy to be here. You know, that's my whole thing. Oh no. All those. Okay. Makeup is, I think, about done. And I'm gonna bring some if I want to touch it up. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I tweak out, start touching my makeup up like 5 minutes before places, because I freak out, and that's all. That's all I have, really, honestly. Don't mind me. Don't mind the man behind the curtain. I'm literally just here for a good time. And now we plug in the curling iron. Just spray my face so my makeup doesn't fall off. This is not my favorite setting spray. I got my favorite setting spray from CVS with my coupon, and I got home and I opened it and it exploded. So that's tough. It's not easy out here. Who's coming to the show today? My parents are coming. My aunt and uncle are coming from Grand Rapids, which is so nice of them. And my cousin is coming, and her name is Margaret, and my name is Margaret in the show. And I told her that, but I don't think it clocked to her what that really meant, which is fine, real. And so when she sees it, I think she's gonna be excited. So I like sort of desperately need a haircut because I've been rocking the bob for a while, and I was rocking bangs kind of up until auditions, and then I got cast and I was like, well, it's like I want my hair to be as long as possible for this. So I just sort of grew it all out. All right, and now we braid. The Dutch braids are a nod to the 2017. No one will get that except for me because I'm obsessive. And she's my favorite Meg. That's not my favorite adaptation. I think that goes to the 2019 Little Women. Because that's the first Little Women I saw. Okay. Braids are done. And now I do some curling of the hair. I wonder, one of my favorite little traditions is I curl Jacqueline, who plays Jo. I curl her hair at intermission because she gets to use her real hair finally and not a wig. And I'm not in the first scene after intermission, so I really have a chance to just like chill and help where I can and just like connect. And it's fun. I like it. So that's been one of my favorite little traditions. But we're kind of doing, mine are a little bit like, I feel like more classic face frame curls, and we make hers a little more wild. Someone put me on a hair and makeup team. I'm good at this. And it's just fun. We try and make her look like Saoirse Ronan. I try and look like Willa Fitzgerald. Like, it's a whole thing. You know, it's a whole thing. But honestly, these are already pretty curly. This side of my face, even when I'm doing hers, I cannot seem to get them how I like them. I don't know if it's the way I hold the wand or what. But yeah, that's one of my favorite little traditions that I've been doing. I don't know if she knows that, but if you're watching this. Yeah. No. These tend to stay pretty well, and I got some compliments on them yesterday from the cast. And like 2 people commented what? 2 people complimented me on my scene with Aunt March. That whole, by the time this is edited, the play's gonna be closed. But basically, Meg is proposed to by John Brooke, and my interpretation is she wants to say yes, but, you know, she's too young to say yes. Would be such a big commitment. Like, she's just not sure if she loves him, and like her sister Jo doesn't want her to say yes. But I'm trying to play it as if she sort of internally wants to say yes and doesn't even quite know it. What is going on here? But basically, then Aunt March comes in and sees, you know, sort of John and Meg canoodling in a way, 1800s canoodling, and she basically insults John and tells Meg that, like, if she marries him, you know, she'll be poor the rest of her life, which is like not even that true if you read the book, but and then the lady who plays Aunt March is just like the most amazing actress, and we get to do this just like yelling in each other's faces scene that is so fun and just so, I think, so out of like character, not for her character, but for my character, and then out of character for me, and then out of character for her IRL in real life. So it's just like the most fun, and 2 people from the cast complimented me on it yesterday, which is really nice because I was like really trying to work that scene. When I did the callback for it, I think, ow. Okay. When I did the callback for it, I tried to play it like just so honest and earnest and like not angry. And when the director, who I love, Michelle, if you're watching this, I love you, told me she wanted to be angry. Again, I'm not really like a seasoned actor like that. I was like, where am I gonna tap into this anger without kind of like tapping into too much real anger? Because I do have that, but I think I found a good balance of like, I don't know, just really being in the scene and being able to sort of let it go at the end. And because it culminates with Meg and John smooching and like really being in love. And so it's just a very 180 of emotions. And so I think that helps. Because, you know, you have disagreements with family members all the time. And sometimes you do want to yell in their face and you can't. So to be able to like do it in a play is really fun, and I think it's really fun for Lori, who plays Aunt March, so yeah, that's definitely my favorite scene. And then I get married and get written off. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Yeah, no, it's such fun scene work. I'm so blessed. Okay, I really want to finish this hair. Every time I do this, I think it's... Okay, we're done. I think of the scene in the book, okay, not my best work, but in the book and a lot of the adaptations where Joe burns Meg's hair off, and every time it's adapted, it cracks me up so bad. My favorite adaptation overall is the 2019, but they adapt the hair burn in 2017, the 1994, and the 2019. So should I talk your ear off and give you my ranking of Little Women adaptations? The idea with this was that I was curling my ponytail and then pinning up not each individual curl, but just like pinning it up so that it's nice and full and kind of looks like I have a lot more hair than I do. But that vision, I don't think super comes to life, but who cares? Unplugged with curling iron for sure. There have been times where I have called my brother or my parents to be like, can someone like use my curling iron or something? This is a fun ritual because it just like brings me back to the theater I used to do as a kid, and also just my days in dance and ballet, and just like the ritual of doing your bun and pinning it up and doing your hair and makeup. It is really just nice. I want to try to make the cast make some TikToks with me today. I have a feeling I'm going to come in with so much energy because somehow Ethan, who plays Lori, put a spell on me last night by just quoting my own lines at me when I play Norma the Witch as Meg. And he said, that's going to help you sleep. And I said, sure, fine, whatever you say. And then I slept really well. So Ethan's a weirdo, but maybe he's onto something. Aunt March, how dare you say such a thing? John is above such meanness, and I won't listen to you for a minute if you talk so. My John wouldn't marry for money any more than I would, and I'm not afraid of being poor, for I have been happy so far, and I know I shall be with him because he loves me, and I love him. But when I saw the 2019 movie, I think I was maybe 17 years old, and it was just like the most beautiful movie I'd seen in my life. It was the most relatable movie I'd seen in my life, and I've always just had very close girlfriends, and just that bond of like sisterhood, and everyone has such different personalities, and all my friends are just like the most beautiful artistic people that I was like, Little Women is my life. And just everything, to Joe and Lori, to the burning of the manuscript, to just like, it's just so good. So it's been my favorite movie ever since. I said, oh, it's just so good, dude. I'm overjoyed to be in a production of Little Women. And just like, I never identified with Meg. I was always a Joe girl, because like what bookworm and writer is not? But when I got cast as Meg, I just like, I don't know, I'm just like so in love with her, with, you know, how she is with her sisters is how I'm with like a lot of my younger friends and cousins, and my brother, and her romance with John Brooke is really adorable, and the 2017 and the 2019 adapted that so well. I don't love the 1994 John Brooke, and I don't love the 1994 Meg. I think they took away a lot of her. She's got a lot of sparkle. She can be a bitch, like, and she's not a bitch in really any of the adaptations, but I think the 2017 and maybe the 2019 sort of got that attitude from her a little bit more. Everyone in this show is the coolest person I've ever met, so. All right. And this is my ribbon. I begged the costume department to let me wear this. I'm just kidding. They said yes immediately, but then I brought back citations from the book where Meg wears a blue ribbon. I just love to add to my character lore. All right. I don't know how long that took. Don't know what time it is. But that is the Meg look. Again, I love the way this turned out, but that's okay. It's just a dress rehearsal. Yeah, it's just a dress rehearsal. Who cares? It's the final one though, so.